At Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Mike, 54.
Steal, black.
Run. Watch the run.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
On 1st and 10, Love. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Ready, 10 black.
56. Check 56.
Watch the run. Hey, they're running it. 56.
This is Breida. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Love from the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, Love. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Number 13.
K.J. Hamler, 46 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Bears nothing. Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
brings up 2nd and 4.
Giving up nothing today. Check three.
Derrick Henry. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run with Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's good for a Chicago.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Haskins will throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Hatchet.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's good.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Maurice Hurst with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken in at the 11. Spinning away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breda. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
On the set.
56.
Drill 52.
All day, punt.
Mike 56.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
TJ Green on the
Brandon, all
tackle.
things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Down.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. "35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bears take over.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Okay.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
You ain't got nothing.
56. Mike 56. Right there. Right there.
Following the interception, Love. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
To number 86.
From 19 yards away. And the Eagles able to. Push further out in front. Sam Sloman now for the point after. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Eagles 21, Bears nothing. Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He was looking for Antonio Gandy Golden that time, and it's 3rd down.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Rotate. Switch. Spell. Delta.
Here's Haskins to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Maurice Hurst able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
It's 4th down.
Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Returning it, here's Hamler. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
21-0 our score after one.
Score Eagles 21, Bears nothing.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
I got it. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Love now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
5-4. Mike's 5-4. Let's go, D. Let's go.
To throw now. Here's Love. Oh, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Agnew now to return. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here?
Number 20.
The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Watch out.
Now it's Henry. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Derek.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And he'll find Pittman. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Again, it's Haskins. Yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off at the 13. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
1st and 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They begin this drive with Chubb.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Got to do better. Come on.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now it's Haskins. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line.
That's good.
A good pickup there, a 22. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Byron Jones brought him down.
On 2nd and 1, Haskins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
On the coverage.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Haskins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick six TD. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. They begin with Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I see you, boy. I see you.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
At their own 31-yard line.
Spin the block around just like the hands of the clock. Come like a bat in the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend in my energy paralyzed. I'm like a figure 11 to the second. I'm finna send it like a parent, a message to the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession, you a mess. You was scary to me. I heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you, a cheater, run up and a bear in the sea. And I feel just like a Jeter Prince, and I'm an heir to the sea.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Working out of the gun. Love. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And an Eagle first down.
45. White.
54. Mike, 54.
Here we go. 10 cycle.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Spike. White.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Buying time to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Let's go. Pick it up, dude.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Mike, 8.
To throw again. Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's going to try and go deep again. And, oh, they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Here we go. Here we go. Red 38. Drill green.
Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4".
Go red.
Night, night. Hey, watch Sam. Watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. Past the 20, and now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for six.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Ready. Check. Check. Ready, go.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready. Coverage. Two tides. Odd. 3 down. Odd.
Mike 18. Mike 18. It's a party now. Woo!
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
The line of scrimmage. A loss of 2.
On second and 12, Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 26. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Not today, you aren't. Not today.
They run with Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
3rd down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Here we go. Mike's 50.
Love looking to throw it.
Here we go, G.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, here's Agnew. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
39-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins looking left side, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try
and my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 11, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Rail, yellow.
Love. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Let's go.
They go counter with Breida, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
60 red. 60 red. Blue striker.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Go, go, go. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Oh, here we go.
First down, love to pass. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intent. Target, and that'll bring up second down.
Greedy Williams on the coverage.
Yellow, 22. Red, cycle. Shovel, 38.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Mike 56.
Throwing again. Love. Escaping the pressure right. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Matt Breida, 50 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Again, it's Henry. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Leads to 3rd down and
3rd down now. And those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Flush to his right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
We'll see if they can do it here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
18's the mic. Yeah, that's what I do. 36, bullet, high.
On first down, it's Haskins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Nickel. Out.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Mike 18. Hey, watch delay.
Watch twist.
Check 52.
Yo, take it.
Watch 18.
Now Haskins to throw it.
Come get some. Come on, come get some.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. Oh, able to avoid him.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Haskins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Maurice Hurst in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Watch the flat. Motion. Bop. Zip.
Mike 2. Ricky.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Yeah. Check it.
A run for Nick Chubb. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Here's Love. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and the Bears will get the football back.
On down.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Derrick Henry. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll keep it on the ground. Henry fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free.
Check 43.
4th down, here's Haskins. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. Maurice Hurst. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
We own them.
Drill 52.
Own them. Check 99. Check 99.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
38. On the ball. 22 needle. Smash. Red.
Love from the gun. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Complete to
Andy Isabella there to make the grab. And the Eagles continue to roll.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And my goodness, another interception.
Haskins
Picked off at the 33, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break, from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Focus, defense, focus.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Shot 17. On the ball. Set.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
56.
I smell fear in that offense.
Throwing, Love. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or two short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down.
56. Check 56.
Love to throw for it on fourth. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll give it to Chubb, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch it.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This is Henry. With a juke. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
On the handoff.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Back.
They'll run with Henry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did,